Formula One is undergoing massive changes as the FIA, under Mohammed bin Sulayem, introduces stricter regulations. Drivers now face €40,000 fines, race bans, or point deductions for swearing, controversial comments, or inappropriate gestures, sparking debates about freedom versus F1's image. Meanwhile, the paddock is buzzing with Lewis Hamilton's shocking move to Ferrari, setting up an epic 2025 rivalry with Charles Leclerc. In another bombshell, Aston Martin has reportedly offered Max Verstappen $1 billion, sending shockwaves through the sport. With these game-changing moves, F1's future is more exciting than ever. Stay tuned and subscribe for all the latest updates. Let's start. FIA significant changes have been made to the regulations governing drivers' conduct. These new rules target behaviors that could harm the sport's image, and penalties for these actions, including race bans, fines, and championship point deductions, have sparked debate over their severity. The penalty structure has become notably more stringent. A first offense could result in a €40,000 fine, a sharp increase from the previous penalty of €10,000. A second offense leads to an €80,000 fine and a 1-month ban, while a third offense could result in a €120,000 fine, a suspension, and the deduction of championship points. These changes focus on behaviors such as public incitement to violence or hatred, and the use of insulting or offensive language, which the FIA now considers unacceptable at the highest levels of the sport. Recent penalties highlight the FIA's stricter approach. Yuki Tsunoda was fined €40,000, with half suspended for using ableist language over team radio during the Austrian GP qualifying. Similarly, Charles Leclerc received a €10,000 fine, half suspended, for swearing during an FIA press conference in Mexico. These incidents demonstrate the governing body's increased focus on controlling driver conduct both on and off the track. The regulations also introduce further restrictions on drivers, such as prohibiting political, religious, or personal statements without the FIA's prior approval. This is seen as an attempt to manage the narrative within Formula One more tightly, reflecting the FIA's desire to maintain control over the image of the sport. The changes come in response to previous controversies, including language used by Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc during the 2024 season, which led to fines and community service. These incidents pushed the FIA to implement stricter rules, aiming to prevent further violations and maintain discipline within the sport. These changes have sparked significant controversy, particularly concerning how they impact drivers' freedom of expression. Historically, behaviors such as swearing over team radios or making rude gestures were seen as part of the sport's character and culture. However, the FIA's new stance places severe financial penalties on these actions, leading many to believe that the governing body is trying to stifle drivers' personalities. The harsh penalties for minor infractions have been widely criticized, with some arguing that they go too far in controlling the drivers and undermining their ability to express themselves in the heat of competition. One of the most significant developments in recent F1 history is Lewis Hamilton's switch from Mercedes to Ferrari. As a 7-time world champion, Hamilton's departure from the team where he enjoyed immense success marks a dramatic turn in his career. Ferrari, traditionally known for its fiery team spirit and historic success, has struggled to keep up with Red Bull and Mercedes in recent years. Hamilton's arrival has generated excitement, but it raises questions about the team's future and its dynamic. Before we continue, we hope you're enjoying our video. If so, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more news and updates from the F1 world. A key aspect of Hamilton's transition is how it will affect Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's longtime star driver. Leclerc, often considered Ferrari's golden boy, now faces direct competition from one of F1's most accomplished drivers. With 105 Grand Prix wins, 104 pole positions, and 7 world championships, Hamilton is a formidable presence. Leclerc, still seeking his first title, has already shown immense talent, making the clash between their experience and youthful drive a key storyline for Ferrari in 2025. On January 23, 2025, Lewis Hamilton made history as he drove for Ferrari for the first time at their iconic headquarters in Maranello. This moment marked the realization of a lifelong dream for Hamilton, who had spent over a decade with Mercedes before making his highly anticipated switch to Scuderia Ferrari. His first on-track outing took place at Ferrari's Fiorano test track, where the seven-time world champion completed 30 laps, around 89 kilometers, with the 2023 Ferrari SF23 car. The event attracted significant attention, with both fans and experts closely monitoring this milestone in Hamilton's career. Charles Leclerc, entering his seventh full season with Ferrari, took over the SF23 in the afternoon, completing 14 laps under wet conditions. Reflecting on his experience, Hamilton shared, "I've been lucky enough to have many firsts in my career, from the first test to the first race, podium, win, and championship. So I wasn't sure how many more firsts I had, but driving a Scuderia Ferrari HP car for the first time this morning was one of the best feelings of my life." While the Fiorano test offered Hamilton a glimpse of Ferrari's potential, the true challenge will come at Barcelona, where he will face a more accurate simulation of race conditions. In a stunning development, Aston Martin has reportedly made a $1 billion offer to Max Verstappen, aiming to bring the reigning world champion to the team. Although Verstappen's camp has denied any formal offer, the news has sent shockwaves through the F1 community. Adrian Newey, Aston Martin's chief designer, is said to be a driving force behind the push, anticipating that Fernando Alonso's time on the team may be limited due to his age and possible retirement by 2026. The rumored deal would see Verstappen earning £1 billion over 5 years, making him the highest-paid athlete in the sport. It also offers him the chance to work with Newey and a Honda-powered team from 2026. This potential move could significantly shift the power dynamics within Formula One, particularly with Lance Stroll's performance under scrutiny. As the FIA tightens its grip on the sport, the Grand Prix Drivers Association could become a key player in opposing the new rules. Historically influential behind the scenes, the GPDA may now need to take a more public stance given the sweeping changes. The 1982 South African Grand Prix serves as a historical example where Niki Lauda and Didier Pironi led a driver strike against new super license conditions imposed by FIA. The GPDA has the power to organize protests, encourage boycotts of FIA events, or pursue legal action against the governing body. With drivers facing mounting pressure to comply with the new regulations, the GPDA could become the driving force in resisting what many view as an overreach by the FIA. The FIA's new regulations are set to change the future of Formula One, potentially diluting the sport's unique blend of speed, skill, and drama. Penalties for drivers simply expressing their opinions or personal views could erode the authenticity and passion that fans have come to expect. As the 2025 season approaches, pressure will mount on FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem to reconsider these changes. This is the wrap of today's video. The FIA's new rule changes are shaking up Formula One in ways that could change the very nature of driver expression. With penalties on the line for swearing, gestures, and even words against the FIA, it's clear the governing body is taking a strong stance. What do you think? Are these new rules a step too far, or are they needed to maintain order in the sport? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more exciting updates and insights from the world of F1. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.